Hello, this is Excel Made Easy by Roger Mullins, podcast number one. We're going to be looking at the workbook, what it's composed of, and how it operates a little bit. So, if you'll notice when you first open up Excel, you'll come up to a page that looks similar to this. Only thing difference may be there may be some templates down here, and today there's not for some reason. I don't know why, but there's not. But if you look up here at these links, you'll see these links like business, personal, planner, trackers, list, and so on. If you click on those, there will be some templates, and they're just basically a spreadsheet that's already started for you. But for now, we're going to use this blank workbook. You can either click Control N, or you can left click on this one right here to open up a new workbook. So I'm going to left click it. Now, if you can tell right up here is the toolbar. All this up here is the toolbar. And right here next to the FX is a formula bar. And all these little squares in here are your cells. When you do a cell reference, that's the cell you're currently clicked in, where you're going to put text or whatever, the formula or function or something. It always starts out like this. It always starts out with the letter, the column letter, and the row number. Columns are up and down, and rows are left to right. So, and this is a workbook, and this is one sheet of a workbook. You can see it down there, sheet one. So if you click on the little plus sign down there, you can have sheet two, sheet three, sheet four, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can keep going and going and going on that. You can have as many sheets as you want in your workbook. So right there is your cell reference right there. And if you left click and drag, you can see now I got a bunch. I got 3, 6, 9 cells selected. That is your cell range. And the white cell up there in the corner of my cell range is the active cell reference, where if I type something, it's going to go in right there. So I'm going to type something in there. Now I got something, and you can see it in the formula bar. When I type in the active cell, it goes up there, and it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a function, it's going to show the function. If it's a text, it's going to show the text. And here's a cool little trick I'm going to show you right quick. If I do Control Enter, look what it does. It puts all the text, the same word, in all them cells that are selected. And you can do that individual cells, or you can do it in a cell range like that. What I mean by individual cells is I can click in that cell, then hold down the control button and click that cell and click that cell while I'm holding down the control button. And then the last cell, I can type in the same thing like I did before. And then I'm going to do Control Enter again. Does the same thing. You don't have to have them all connected. But that's just explaining a cell range. Okay, now if you wanted to get rid of everything in a cell range, you can just highlight the cells you want to get rid of. Well, let me highlight more than that. Let me get rid of all this. We're going to say this is a big eraser. You just highlight the cells that has a text in there, and you right-click in that area, and then you'll see that clear contents right there. Click that, and the big eraser went on. Okay, so now be careful when you do that, though, because if there's a function or a formula in one of them cells and you did that, it's gone too. But don't worry about it. If you do accidentally do that and you wanted to come back, you can always click on this undo arrow right here, and it'll put it back for you. And you can keep undoing until you get back to where you started. And then you can redo. If you said, oh, I went too far, you can redo. Undo, redo. So that shows that. Cell, like I said, starts out with an A, the column letter, and then the row number. Now, cell range, one more time on the cell range, it starts out with the first cell, which is A1, and then on the top left, and then the bottom right is the last part of the cell range. So that one would be, you can see it right there, C3. So if you used to write that out, it would look like this, A1. And then when you're making a cell range, you have to put a colon in the middle to make it so it's going to select everything in between. We'll show you that in a math problem later. And then we said it was C3. So, and Now that's the cell range for that right there. Watch what happens when I put an equal sign in front of it. It turns into a function, equals. But there's nothing in there, so it ain't really going to do nothing. But you can at least see that it picked that cell range, A1 colon C3. Okay. And like I said, oh, and if you wanted to get out of that, you can just click escape on the top, and that'll end that function. Okay, so down here at the bottom, you can see the sheet one. You can rename it. All you got to do is right click it and click on rename right there. And you can name it whatever you want, HOME. And you can do that to all your tabs you got down there. Each tab is a sheet, but you can just rename a sheet because say you got a table in sheet 3 and you're looking for the table and it says sheet 3 and you forgot where it was at. Well, you're going to be looking through all the sheets trying to find that table. But you can go in here and just rename it to say table. Oh, and my typing is terrible. Table. Okay, so now you can see table right there, and then you can click on home, and it'll take you back to the home page. And if you right click on these two little arrows right here, and you want to say you got 100 sheets in there, to find them easy, you can right click that, and then you can scroll down and click on the right sheet you want, and click OK, and it takes you to that sheet. See, now it's on sheet 4. You can tell because it's got green letters. Okay, and also one more thing I'm going to show you with this here is you right click on that too, and you can change the tab color. I like to do that sometimes just to help me know where I'm at. So you just right click the cell, point at tab color, move over, find your color, click it, and then your cell is colored. And let's see. That looks like that's about it for this demonstration here. And I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you subscribe it and click the little bell so you can get future videos too. Thank you for watching and have a great day.